And we're back for another episode of Big Six Bants. Just finished our roundup, so I know a lot of you guys are still there from here from there. But we're gonna go straight into it. Great panel, sorry for the Tottenham show. Callum, what's going on, bro? You good?
Yes, glad to be back, bro. Appreciate you having me. It's always easier to do
Yeah,
these shows after 3 points.
no,
So
definitely,
happy
man.
to
It's
be
it's
here.
always good for the right reason. Exactly that. George, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, man. As Callum said, it's always good to be here after 3 points, but there's still a lot to talk about. So, yeah, man. But I'm good.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Lovely stuff. And yourself, hello. I think it's your first time on the Spurs show as well. Been a while since you've been on Big Six Band, but how are you getting on, hello?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. I'm happy to be back on the show, man. I tune in all the time, so I love this show. I'm happy to finally appear on the Spurs one as well. I think last one I was on
Lovely.
a United one, combined 11, so I'm happy this one's just Spurs because obviously we're up right now, so should be
Yeah, no,
fun.
exactly. We'll bring you on at the best time possible, exactly. And big up all the 13 people in here as well. Got United States of America. We've got Philip as well, but we're gonna go straight in. We're not gonna waste too much time. Obviously, 1-0. In my opinion, kind of a stalemate. One goal in the game, not too many chances created. We could have easily lost the game in the first half, innit? But we're
Mm.
gonna quickly whip through general match thoughts, and we're gonna go straight into player ratings. But what did you guys make of the game generally?
Bro, the first half was frustrating. It was very frustrating considering I don't think we played well against Chelsea the week before. To watch that first half, it's just like I didn't really see much going on. Like you can say that our forwards were rubbish, but they wasn't getting no. It's like, bro, you watch Tottenham play this season. It's like we ain't got a midfield. No
Yeah,
one ain't playing the ball through to Son and Kane. Son, I mean, we'll talk about him more as the show goes on.
yeah,
But yeah, first half terrible, but second half he definitely turned it around. Then Perisic coming on. Sorry, Perisic coming. He started. He started. My bad.
he started.
Perisic, yeah, he was a game changer in that second half, especially Kulusevski as well. So to be honest, I'm just happy with the 3 points. Could have
Yeah.
been a lot worse, I reckon.
Well, definitely. Kyle, would you say you expected that kind of performance, or after Chelsea, or something a bit different? Because
I
we didn't
did,
play well
yeah.
against Chelsea, man.
I feel like I don't want to put it all on Conte, but I'm not expecting us to play great against teams. It's not really the style of football we play. Like there's a lot of counter attacking going on, still a lot of long
Mm,
balls from Dyer and them lot. So yeah, I can't really say I'm surprised.
yeah. I can't like Dyer and Sanchez, bro. I don't know if you guys saw there was one comps going around, did it?
Yeah,
Bro, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
shocking. It
The
was
maddest thing about
shocking.
Sanchez is seeing the fact that, which I can't believe, but the fact that we ain't conceded or something in like 7 hours of football when it started, which is like,
Oh my
I'm
God,
watching
that
him
was
play and
crazy.
I'm thinking, like, what? Like, are we watching the same? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
Bro,
weirdest thing. But
it's criminal, bro. Real talk. It's true. And he plays over Romero, so it's only been what Sanchez and Dyer and Davis, I'm assuming.
Davis, yeah,
That's
for real.
that's not bad
It,
still, I can't lie.
do you know what? Yeah, in the first half, although they like, I don't think defensively we had a great performance when we had the ball. The defenders kept, as you saw in that compilation, constantly gave it away. Dyer,
Mm,
he's been doing it a lot, and he gets away with it because sometimes there's some good passes in there, but he gives away the ball
Yeah.
far too often, hoofing out the
yeah,
pitch to no one. Um, but apart from that, defensively, I do think that they've done well as a unit. We didn't
yeah,
really concede too many chances, as you saw on the edge of the. Most of their shots were coming from the edge of the box. It's a dangerous
Mm.
position because Neves is obviously he can hit one from there, but we did crowd them out to give them half chances. So I don't think we played bad on that end. But like Callum said, the first half just wasn't good enough. To see that performance after Chelsea and having to go back into half time and force these guys to step up in the second half, it's getting a bit tiring. I did see the change in the second half, like Callum said. Also, Perisic stepped up. Kulu, I think he was on it all game. Kulu had
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
It was
and he
still.
has been playing phenomenal for us. He's literally our focal point in our attack right now. Every ball's going to him, and you see he's just relying on his direct 1v1s to drive us up the pitch. But Son, man, I want to talk about that after, man.
We'll save it.
Crazy.
We'll get into it, bro. Because I feel like it's something that definitely needs to be discussed, but I can't. I don't think
Yeah.
it's that deep in it. I'll be real. But we'll get into
Yeah,
that.
I do think that Kane's performance was underrated, though. I do think
Mm.
Kane had a really good game. After watching it back a little bit, you can see how he was involved in quite a lot of the build-up. Although he
Yeah.
didn't really get on the end of too much chances, he had a few headers that come close, which is good to see also, because we can now rely on him being in that box and getting on the end of some good crosses from Kulu, because his deliveries have really picked up. But I think he had a real underrated performance, and for him to get another goal and get us a win in August, where people always say that Kane doesn't score,
that ain't his month,
got
innit?
two now.
Yeah,
So
It's
shout out to
massive
him.
still. Yeah.
the maddest thing is with us, yeah. It's like, I don't know about how you lot feel, but I feel like it's the only thing I get frustrated with is we are very much a second half team, and it's like I wouldn't mind starting a game against a lesser side where we actually like dominate from the start. Like even like you saw Southampton start of the season, they always score first. They will score first. We might get equaliser or whatever, and then second half we'll just put them to bed. This one was a little bit different because obviously, even though we created a few chances, like second half, Kane hit the bar, whatever, we didn't put a lot of our chances to bed. Whereas usually, like with Southampton as an example, we'll get like 3-4, whatever. But it's like the frustrating thing is like you like Chelsea summed it up. You're looking at the players, and it's like in the first half, you just want to shake them and wake them up, and it's like, come on, like show some energy, show something that you show in the second half. Why do we have to wait 45 minutes and then you lot come out in the second half and then put on a show for us? You get what I'm saying? Like, don't want it to be too late against some teams where first half they'll put away a few of their chances and then it's hard for us to get back into the game. That's the only frustrating thing for me.
True. No, definitely. I feel like the first half thing I don't have an excuse for, but second half I think it's because a lot of the reason is because we're fitter than other teams. So obviously that extra burst, especially against Chelsea. Southampton, they're just dead food, didn't it? First game of the season, you're always going to wash them up. But second half of the game, especially against Wolves, I think you saw that we were fitter. Yeah, Conte might have had a few words, but we actually looked fair. We looked a bit sharper than Wolves, which makes a massive difference in it. But we need to definitely pick up our general performances, man. It's not good enough at all. But yeah, we're going to quickly go on to match ratings. We're going to start quickly with Hugo Lloris. What do you guys make of him? Callum, what do you make of him?
I mean, Wolves had quite a few chances from what I remember. I don't really remember him making any crazy saves. I think it was maybe like a couple. Yeah, he had a standard game. What, 7? Give him a humble 7.5. Didn't really put a foot wrong.
No, for real. And I feel like Wolves had some good chances as well. That's what's crazy. But and yourself, George?
I'd probably go the same as Callum, man. 7 sounds good to me. It was a decent game. Didn't no outstanding saves, but done his job.
Yeah, no, definitely, I agree with that. And yourself, H?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not really Lloris's biggest fan in it. I feel like I'm a bit harsh on him. He didn't like you lot said. He didn't make too many saves. Yeah, I reckon 7's fair. Didn't do too much for us. They didn't have a lot to do. So yeah, I reckon 7's fair for him.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then just quickly as well, Jordan, we'll start with you actually. I was on a stream with you the other day and some crazy stuff went on. But what do you make of Emerson Royale?
Hey, Real's he's been doing his thing, man, recently. I can't lie, but I was fighting for him at the end of last season. People were telling me he's got to go. Doherty's the man. But 3 games, 3 improved performances, and I don't think he's dropped a stinker since February, really. Like, if we're being real, he fully hasn't dropped a stinker since Feb. So this guy's only getting better and better. And yeah, this game at the weekend, I think he put in another solid performance. A 7 for me would he did another solid performance. Nothing great, but he held it down defensively and didn't really let no one get past him or cause too many problems.
Oh, definitely. Okay, yeah, I'd echo that as well. I feel like he's a right back playing right wing back, and it's blatant to see. I'd say a 7.5 as well. But I'm going to miss out H and just go quickly to Callum. What do you make of Real?
I gotta agree, I'm Emerson's biggest critic. I'm not really a fan of the guy, but I can't lie, that was one of his better games. I'm not gonna say he was outstanding. He didn't do nothing that's particularly well, but defensively he looked decent. Like you say, he's a right back playing right wing back, and yeah, I feel like he's an easy scapegoat because fans don't like him and they don't think he's good. After games where, like, especially in the first half, he didn't necessarily play well, they love to blame players that they don't like or players that they don't think are good enough. But Emerson didn't really have a bad game, so I'm gonna give him a 7.5 as well.
Yeah, no, it's true. Definitely, I feel like he links up well with Kulu as well. Just generally, like even though crossing is not his strength at all, he'll chop back and he'll let Kulu do that. Kulu's delivery is phenomenal. We all know that. but he'll let Kulu do the cross. He won't try too much, play within his means, which adapts into the Prem. That happens, isn't it, I suppose. And yourself, H?
Yeah, listen, Emerson was a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Like I've got a soft spot for him because I feel like he got too much hate at the start, and then he started dropping all the comps on Twitter and stuff. So I started I started rating them a bit. I feel like
he's a joker.
I'm happy when he doesn't make himself the star of the show, as in a good way or a bad way. Just let him just be easy and do his job. Just chill under the radar a little bit, do all the good stuff well, and then that's it, man. I reckon that's what he done against Wolves. 7.5, something like that would be all right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Now that's fair enough. So we're all agreed on 7.57, I'd say. And then just quickly, Davison Sanchez and Eric Dyer. Chuckle brothers, Dumb and Dumber. What are you saying? Callum, you gonna start us off?
I'm gonna just give the whole back three just a humble 6.5.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can say, they kept the clean sheet, so they must have defended well, but that ain't always the case. Like Wolves did have a lot of opportunities, albeit a lot of them shots outside the box, but they can punish us from that. Neves a good shooter. I don't know. I'm just not convinced by them. I mean, Davis has improved under Conte, as has Dyer, but I still feel like they're squad players. They shouldn't be our
Yeah.
starting centre backs. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Romero got injured. Sanchez really ain't it. But yeah, I'm not going to get onto them too much. We did keep a clean sheet, but humble 6. I'm not going to be raving because we didn't concede.
Yeah,
I'd drop it,
definitely.
I'd give them low as a group. Like defensively, yeah, solid, but at the end of the day, they broke down all of our build-up play. Every time that we tried to build out from the back, it was the back three that just kept giving the ball away. So for me, I'm thinking more of a 5.5 because they stopped us from going forward. Although they done their defensive job pretty well, just the going forward was so bad, man.
I think I have to agree with that one, because even it's just weird without, even though we got that stat that we mentioned earlier, without Romero at the back, I just don't feel comfortable on the ball. I don't feel comfortable out of possession, and it's like building out from the back. They didn't help us at all, and it's even in a bit where it's like when you got the team in the other half and you're trying to keep the ball moving and all that stuff, and you just pass to the centre back and it's just a long diag that don't go to anyone, and it's just like, all right, cool, we just reset and defend again. That's yeah, I have to agree, maybe a little bit lower than 6, man. They're just frustrating to watch.
Definitely. I feel like Jimenez was there. It's a different story. I can't lie. They missed the striker, but yeah. We're gonna go straight to Perisic. I think I'll start this one off, and we'll go to H. Perisic, bro. The guy epitomizes what a wing back in Conte's system needs to be. The guy is hard. He's hard, bro. Like beating his man, flipping delivery, threat. Like we've been dying for this, fam. I can't. We've been dying for this. He looked great. He looked experienced. I feel like he got a bit tired near the end, but he did what we asked him. I'm going to give him a 8.59 actually, quite high. I think he's my man of the match, to be honest. Or him or Bentancur, between the two. How about yourself, H?
Yeah, I can't lie. I have to agree, bro. Like, obviously, it's always exciting seeing a new signing in it, and I feel like we signed him early doors, so people might have forgotten about him a little bit, and there's been a lot of talk on him about him being old and all this stuff, but I feel like he's showing we bought quality, man. Even our chance for Kane in the first half, where the header, that cross was out of nothing. He weren't even facing the box, bro. He just turned around and whipped it in. And it's he's showing he can beat my 1v1. He's showing he can do all this stuff. So yeah, he's a quality guy, bro. He's a quality player. After 8.5. Again for me, man of the match for me as well, bro.
He's exciting. I can't lie. Very much a proven winner. Definitely, I'd agree with that. And yourself, George?
Literally what you guys were saying. It's so good to just see a proper wing back in this team.
Yeah.
Just the way that he plays, he's so calm on the ball. And you can even see every time when he was going up and winning the ball and the ball kept coming to him, all the players there was a little bit of calmness around them. They'd give him the space, they'd leave him the time on the ball. And you just have to work with him. And I think he's only going to get better and better as the season goes on. And a little stat for you, any Arsenal fans that might try listening and be haters. He's got as many assists as Emil Smith-Rowe since the start of last season.
Yeah.
What?
It's for me crazy, but that's supposed to be one of their star boys. So this
Never.
old man coming to our team who is supposed to be going to a retirement home is already outperforming some of the top players.
It's crazy. Just to add to that, you got more GA than Trent, but that's another conversation. Last season, but that's another conversation, isn't it? But yeah, I'd agree with that. Callum, yourself? Last but not
Yeah, I just
least.
got to echo what you man said. I mean, it's so refreshing to have a wing back that can cross, and he
Yeah.
just looks solid all round. I mean, he's good defensively, he's strong. There was that one moment that it frustrated me where he coming off the left into the box. I just wanted him to wrap it top bins. I know that's his bread and butter, that shot right there, but he tried a cute little pass. I think a Perisic goal would have been icing on the cake of a great performance. So yeah, 8.5.
No, definitely, I agree with that. Definitely. Big up 18 people. Not the best amount of views, but big up everyone in there nonetheless. We're just going to run through the comments. Not many either. Question: why are Spurs are persisting with Sanchez? He's poor, and I know Romero is injured.
Ain't got any
Question
other options
still.
really.
I've been asking this question for years.
It's the reality, man. I feel like up until last season, it was more of a case where they wanted to get their money's worth. They spent 40 million. They still seen that
Yeah.
potential. They didn't want to. I think it was kind of difficult to sell him as well. But now I don't know what the excuse is. But I'll be real. Back three, even trying to back three, you should be better in a back three.
I think Tanganga is the answer. Honestly, I don't
You
know
reckon?
why we're
Yeah,
trying to get
I
rid of
agree.
him. I've been saying for a while that this guy, I don't know. I know he had that bad game at Chelsea where Conte's just sort of pushed him out of the team since then. He had that Chelsea performance, I think a game against potentially Aston Villa, maybe was it? Or they had another performance which was really bad last year. But I think over the long term, if Conte put the time to work with him, he's very similar to Romero, as in he's aggressive, he's rash, he can bully defenders. And that's something that Conte should look to take advantage of. Sanchez is just so meaty. I don't trust this guy in our back line. And I hear it that people want him to be the answer, but I just don't think he is. Tanganga's there and he's young, so I don't know why we haven't gone in, made him our option.
It's true.
No, you know what? It's nice to hear someone else echo that sentiment because I feel like Tanganga's just getting unfair criticism. He's a lockdown defender. I've seen him, was it last season against Mane, Sterling, against all the best wingers in the league. He's locking them down. And after a couple bad performances at right back, he's just out of the team.
Yeah, so quickly. It's true, brush disregarded. But I feel like he's not great with the ball at his feet as well, which doesn't help in his system, innit? What do you guys think?
But he's young though. He's young.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
He can improve with the ball at his feet, but he's not terrible. Like he can. He, at right back, he wasn't good with running with the ball. His passing was fine though. So in centre back, he's not going to have to do a lot of moving with the ball. It's more just going to be spraying it to the left, spraying it to the right, and keeping it back. You have three defenders next to him for a reason.
It's true. Yeah, no, I'd like to see that too, but he looks like he's on his way out. Big up Ravi. Keir said, "Oh my, I think this is in reaction to Arsenal comment about Smith Rowe, but I might be wrong." But if we get in Skriniar, ASM, and Adama, what will you rate this window? I don't want to see Adama links at all, bro. Please. Who is ASM?
I'll tell you.
Say
Max.
Saint
I'll tell you what. Yeah. I said it today. Yeah. I rate him so much. Yeah. I don't mind splash. Obviously, you might not get put 100 mil on him if that's what they're asking for, bro. And get him
Who's
in the
this?
lane.
Sorry, bro. Who's this?
Saint Max, bro. Him, yeah. Bro,
that's crazy. Bro. That's crazy.
Let me tell you this, yeah. Let me tell you this. Obviously, City, it might just be a one-off game, yeah. But this guy he's such a problem, bro. Teams don't want to face him, bro. He gets the ball, he just runs that, man. And it's like when in the games now, when obviously we're chatting about Son a little bit, but in the games where Son's playing a bit dead or whatever, bring him on. It's like that's another problem for man to worry about. And it's like he'll be direct. He'll make defenders drop their line or whatever, which creates space for Kane, Kulu, all the leads, man. Like him, I reckon if we get him, we could turn into a real force.
I fully hear that, bro. But are you not like sick of wingers with no end product? Like sick of
it.
it.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Lucas, bro, I'm sick of it, bro.
But let me tell you this.
I think he's the best.
100 M's is crazy, bro.
Let me tell you this, yeah. Imagine like obviously his end product should be better in it. Don't get me wrong, but surely that can be on Kane or something to mentor him, bro, and teach man how to finish and teach man what to do in the box, bro. Like he's got everything else. Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe 100 M's might be a stretch in it, but if that's what they're asking, bro, it ain't my P, bro. You can splash.
No. I just needed to double check because I knew this guy was meaty. But when I checked the stats, it just confirms that he's one of the meatiest ballers. He's just eye test merchant.
Yeah.
Last,
highest
no,
GA.
allow it, bro.
His highest
No,
GA
you're
is
right.
like
His eye
4
test, his eye
goals.
test.
Let's be real. Let's be
Yeah.
real. Last season, 35 games played. That's pretty much nearly every game. 5 goals, 5 assists. This is crazy.
And
Bro
Newcastle
can't even
tactics.
Don't
get
forget,
Newcastle
don't forget, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle were only good for season last year. I mean, like we're looking to be up there, so we're looking to create a lot of chances with a man like that. That's a 1v1 specialist, all this stuff, and we create a lot of 1v1 situations. He could be the answer, bro. He could
What are you
be.
saying?
He
At
could be.
fullback maybe then, not wing.
No,
Boy,
bro, we
I'm having him. I'm
can't
having
keep
him as
doing
depth.
this, man. Can't keep trying to convert wingers to wing
I ain't
backs,
trying
bro.
to see
This
a
whole
full
thing
back.
is annoying, bro.
Nah, I hear it, but I
But
can't
it's not,
like.
you
Do you know
can't
what
go
it is?
100 mil on depth or anything. Like St.
Nah,
Max
I
is
hear
a
you. I hear
25,
you.
35 million pound player. And they would want something crazy from him. I hear the one-on-one thing. He's definitely one of the best 1v1 defenders in the league. But when you're only scoring 4 goals in the league, 5 goals in the league, 3 goals in the league, that's just another Lucas for me. Lucas can sprint
Nah, I
past
hear
players,
you.
but he's not scoring.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I can't like. We need additions that can improve. I'm seeing James links as well, bro. That
I'm
No
not
little
trying to hear this
way.
play.
Gordon talk neither.
No
I don't
way.
want Gordon.
Yeah, this Gordon talk is brazy. If it was, I'll take Gordon for like 30 M's. But what
Yeah, I'll
Chelsea are
take it
trying
for
to keep,
30 M's, but they want
yeah,
60.
they
Bro,
want
Chelsea
Yeah,
can
no,
60.
pay
no
that, man.
chance.
Let Chelsea pay that.
Yeah, no, impossible, bro. But let's continue with the match ratings. We're going to move on to centre mid swiftly. Bentancur, what do you guys make of him? Anyone want to start off?
I'll go
I don't
for
mind. Yeah, go on, bro.
7. I just say 7.5. I think he was one of our better performers. Um, I think he could have been better with the ball again. The midfielders did do a good job of retaining the possession, but they didn't do much of building it up and pushing the ball forward into the
Yeah.
final third. So he had one of the better performances for us, but I still don't think it was good enough for it to be like a 8 or 8.5.
Yeah, I hear that out. Like, I reckon 7.5 is calm for him. I love Bentancur, innit? I feel like I love midfielders that are comfy on the ball, bro. And he's comfy on the ball. You can give it to him anywhere. You know what I'm saying? The game on the weekend, he might not have been at his best, but seeing midfields with Højbjerg and like a Winks in there over the years or whatever it is, man, that can't kick ball. Bentancur's like
Proper
he's
threat.
just so, yeah, bro. Honestly, like I like him a lot. Like you said, on the weekend he could have done better in it, but yeah, I reckon 7.5 is calm for him as well.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give him a humble 7.5. I think he's easy on the eye. I like his composure. He's a man that you don't panic, and you want that in your midfielders.
Mm.
But at the same time, like George was saying, I need more going forward. Like he plays these nice, cute little passes. Get me? It's all lovely, but we ain't got no defense splitting through ball playing midfielder, and that's what we need. You see, when we have games like the other day where Son and Kane ain't really getting much service, Bentancur's not the one threading them through balls to them. I feel
So
like
you're
that's where
thinking
we're
of like
lacking
a
our
Tangy
attacking
in it.
midfielder. Yes, like obviously it didn't work out with him, but he did bring that. I was
Yeah,
watching
he
that Wolves
did.
game thinking he would have brought that.
No, definitely. No, definitely. I'd agree with that. What are you saying, kind of like a 7.5 as well?
Yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. No, definitely. I feel like Bentancur doesn't mind the challenge. You get stuck in. I think he brings out um, the best in Højbjerg as well, which is great. But
Yeah.
moving on to Højbjerg, what do you guys make of him? Not the biggest fan, I can't lie to you, but Callum, you want to start us
Yeah.
off?
Oh, I seen Genius gave him man of the match.
What?
Jermaine Genius gave him man of the match.
For what?
I don't know. For
That
me,
guy's
Højbjerg's
opinions are
like,
trash anyway.
bro. Højbjerg's like, just he's always the manager's son. Like he's just in the team just because it's never off merit. Like, bro, I seen the Spurs Twitter account. They posted this clip of man just like pass a move, didn't
Yeah, I
go
saw it.
nowhere with it. Everyone's bigging it up. Like, oh, see, this is what he brings to the team. What? What?
He
Yeah, he's
passed the
all
move
right,
with like
innit? He's
5
all
man in
right.
it, I saw it.
Squad
Bro,
player, bro. He
the
doesn't
maddest thing
move.
with that one, that clip as well, yeah. He didn't look comfortable at one point in that clip, bro. It was like
That's what I'm
he's on the
saying.
ball. He's like, "Oh, I need to get rid of it. Let me just get rid of it." And then he's gone
Yeah.
back to like, "Oh, what do I do now?" Let me like him, yeah. He's like you said, manager's son, bro. He just runs around the pitch. All right, Carby works hard in it, but sometimes he looks like a headless chicken, bro. Just pressing for no reason, exposing
Yeah.
us. But like, he rattles me, bro. I can't lie. Like, I
I'm
don't know
not a fan.
how man got man of the match.
Do you not think
I
he's
think he
improved
done
at all?
decent, man. I do think he done decent. Like, I don't think he had a bad game at all. I get what you guys are saying. He does have a problem with giving away the ball, and his first touch is a bit janky at times, but um, he wins the ball back for us. He disrupts midfields. He's very aggressive. He's a player that you need as a part of your team. I do agree, though. I think Basuma has to come in. I think
Yeah,
what
facts.
Conte keeps getting wrong is he makes these substitutions so late, brings Basuma on for the last 10 minutes. How's he gonna integrate him into the team playing 10 minutes every week? Like, give him, especially against a team like Nottingham Forest, let's just take the risk. Give Højbjerg a rest if you need to. We got games
Mm.
coming up. Throw
Yeah, for
Basuma
real.
in there. Like, we need to give these players chances to actually play. And yeah, man. But he's not a bad player. I think that
Yeah,
he's getting
no.
a stick for being a bad player, which I don't think he is at all.
The thing is, yeah, we're not even saying he's bad. I just feel like he doesn't warrant the hype. He's a squad player at best. Like you say, he's a good player to have in a team, but the guy, he doesn't move me in any aspect. Big him up though, innit? Viking and all of that rubbish. Big him up.
So fighting. I feel like he's improved though. I think, especially last season under Mourinho, where there was this one Everton game, bro. I swear, if I saw, I could have killed him, bro. He was too dead. Like he was hiding from the ball. Everything he was doing was wrong. Like just a muppet. I wanted him out, and I can't lie. The back end of last season, he improved a lot in it. Like he looked a lot better.
Yeah.
Betancourt's obviously brought the best in the system, suits him. But yeah, man, whoever brought the Basuma right point is definitely right. I do want to see Basuma, especially given a start even. So yeah, added a whole other dimension. But moving on. What was your rating by the way, George?
What was it? 6.5.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Cool. Moving on to Kulusevski, very briefly. What are we saying for that one, George?
An 8. I think
Yeah.
again, he was just one of our brightest stars, constantly bringing the ball up the pitch. He was causing what's his name, Aiton Nuri havoc. They had a good little battle, but he did get the better of him time in, time out. It's an 8 for me.
Yeah, that's fair enough, I think. And yourself, H?
Yeah, bro. I love that guy, bro. He's such a baller. Like, he's a real baller. The way he keeps the ball, everything. He runs that man. He's a real baller, bro. I'd give you an 8. 8 as well is calm for me, bro. He's like our bright spot going forward right now. Now that Kane and Son are, well, not Kane too much, but Son's being a bit quiet and stuff. But boys, I just want to really quickly say I'm really sorry, but I have to cut quickly. I've got to finish off this session in it. But thank you very much for having me on, Eve. And boys, pleasure meeting you two. Yeah. Next time it's a Spurs thing after we beat Forest or whatever, shout me in it because I'm active for this one. Yeah. But boys,
just quickly before you go, H, what's your prediction for the Nottingham Forest game? Man?
Boy, I reckon it'll be a bookie one. I reckon obviously they were up for it against West Ham in it, but I reckon we'll be able to quieten them down. I reckon we might even do like 3-4-0. I'll give them a goal in it, 3-4-1.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
fair enough. I'll hold you to that, bro. And scorers just quickly.
I'll go. I reckon Son will start scoring. I'll give Son 2.
Yeah.
I'll go Kane 1, and then I'll do something. You know what? If we're going 4, I'll give maybe like a Perisic if he's starting. I'll give him a little goal as well.
Yeah, I can't lie, it'll be beautiful, man. Definitely. But cool. H, pleasure having you on, bro.
Cool, boys. Thanks for having me, man. See you later.
Nice one, man.
Well, Brian,
Cool. And Callum, yourself, bro, with Kulusevski.
yeah, solid 8, 8.5. I just think he looks so comfortable on the ball. He's a player that whenever he gets the ball, you're not panicking. You know that he's gonna try and make something happen. It's a whole different feeling watching Kulusevski compared to Lucas at right wing. Just watch Lucas running around, running into defenders. First touch is terrible, and then to see Kulusevski now, which is the complete opposite. It's just, it's beautiful to see, man. Big him up.
It really is, bro. Definitely. And what I like as well, he's an outlet. If you guys notice, even when we're playing transitional counter-attack football, kick it up to Kulusevski, might have 3 man on him, he'll hold up the ball or try to do something. Lucas, bro, put his head down, like he said, just run it into the ground. Just infuriates me, bro. But what will be your rating, Callum?
8, 8.5.
8.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go the same. And then Kane, of course.
Kane, I mean, he quietly went about his business. What I'm liking about Kane is he never usually turns up in August, but he's having games where he's not necessarily playing great, but he's scoring vital goals. So I can't complain really. I'll give him a 7.5.
7.5. Yeah.
I agree with that
game.
too.
Yeah. No, definitely. You're gonna go 7.5 as well, George. Yeah. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, I'd agree with that as well. And the main
Let's talk
man, the
about him,
man.
man.
Let's talk about. Let's get out, man. Son,
This guy is
Heung-min
frustrating
Son.
me. You know what the worst thing is, yeah? Last year I was doing up Son Defense League like every week. Everyone's telling me Son needs to be sold. Everyone knows Ash on this channel. This guy's been on Son's neck for like probably like 16, 18 months. And I've been telling him, bro, this is one of the best wingers in the world. Like, forget this league. Let's put some faith in him and just trust he bangs goals. And he done that last year. But what has happened to this guy? He just looks the shadow of himself. He looks like he's short of confidence. Every time he gets the ball, we were just talking about how Kulu, he's the first outlet on the transition. That used to be Son, but every time Son got the ball, he turned back. And I was sitting there like just going mad at myself. I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, why are you not running with the ball? Why are you not taking players on? This is what you're used to doing. And this is what you need to do for us. But I think he has to get dropped after these three performances. Like, it's been the Southampton game, cool. First game of the season, you're a bit rusty. I hear it. Chelsea was a stinker. Like, it was just a stinker. This Wolf games was another stinker. And we looked so much better when Richarlison come on. Richarlison was a bright spark. He was a good outlet. He was actually doing what we needed our left winger to do, causing havoc. And he was constantly making runs off of Kane for another ball, for that through ball, which Son usually supposed to be doing. So he dropped another stinker. I'm a big fan of him, but we need to have standards as a Champions League club. And if your best players aren't performing, drop them. Even if it's just for a confidence boost, he needs a reality check. Drop him.
Definitely, and we've got that option this year, innit? Which normally we haven't been able to. If we drop Son, we're going to slap in Bergwijn.
That's what I'm saying.
Lucas. Like,
now we got Richie.
Richardson. Much as I don't rate the guy, like, he looks bright, innit? Why not? Why not? Everyone else is popping off. Son's not providing much in the team. So yeah, I'd agree with that. Definitely. And yourself, Callum?
Well, you know what? Me and Ash got a lot of stick last season. We were saying Son's not world class, and I'm sticking by it. Great player. I love him. I love him to bits. Son is not world class. He's a clinical finisher. Obviously, hasn't been this season, but he's never really been great at beating his man. Passing's never really been great. When he gets into the right position, makes a good runs, clinical finisher. But the start of this season, he's been terrible. As in, he can't do the little things right, and he's been so frustrating to watch. The thing is, I don't even need to get onto him too much because I know that when he went home after the Wolves game, his dad set it on him. if anyone's seen the Son documentary, you know what his dad's on.
Yeah,
his dad set it on him after that game. I have no doubt.
He was doing extra sessions.
Took off his belt and all sorts. Had man doing kick-ups for 5 hours and that. But he needs to be dropped. He absolutely needs to be dropped. I don't feel like Conte will, and I can't stand when managers don't play players based off merit and they just don't rotate the team. Because Basuma's got to start, and Richarlison absolutely has to start. His 15 minutes, he was better than Son's been all season so far.
That little cameo from Richarlison, or off target.
That little cameo from Richarlison, it was just it was a bright spark, and I need that against Forest. So Son, does not deserve to start.
I think even for team morale, even for team morale, I saw that comment that Jacob dropped. For team morale, if you're playing and you're playing good, you come off the bench and you're constantly playing good, like Bergwijn did last season, you have to start these players. It drops the morale of the players that are on the bench when Conte is not bringing them on. Players like Bissouma, you're seeing he's liking Instagram posts of people saying, I should be playing over Højbjerg, or he should be playing over these players. These players are getting frustrated because they're not getting the chances that they need. And Richarlison right now, he's sitting on the bench thinking, it's this World Cup year. They've bought me for 60 million. They've obviously promised me some game time. Show me that faith now. Son's dropping stinkers. I hear he's one of our best players, but do you see Man City? Do you see Pep getting questioned when Bernardo Silva gets dropped, or when Kevin De Bruyne gets dropped, or whoever their players get dropped? You never know who he's going to start because he's just known for dropping the big players, and we need to start doing that. I don't think Kane will ever get dropped because he's our striker. We don't have another striker that can ever compare to him. But as a winger, what Son can do, he can get dropped because Richarlison adds another. He can do what Son's doing right now. Let's be real. Apart from the finishing aspect, he can do the other parts of the game.
Yeah, and I feel like even with Kane, like even when he's not scoring, he's still providing switches of play, moments of brilliance. Even if you take away the aspect of goals, like Callum, I can't lie. What you said about Son being world class, I'm afraid to say that. Innit? I'll be real. I see it.
He's not
I'll
world
just
class.
never say it, bro. But it's one of them ones where I feel like I wouldn't take him out the team because if he does, he's a confidence player. If he does get that goal, I feel like the goals are going to keep flowing and flowing and flowing. I've never seen him have competition so much where he's getting pushed out the team. But I feel like one goal, you get the Son from last season, back-to-back goals, left foot, right
Bro,
foot.
I
You know what I mean?
completely disagree with this comment though. You said you don't drop your best players. The whole reason we sign players like Richarlison is squad depth, so that players have competition for spots. Can't be
Yeah,
starting every week if you're not playing good. We signed Richarlison for 60 mil. If he's in that 50 minutes, if he showed more than Sean Son all season, why does he not deserve a start? It's like Danny Rose said in the documentary. I mean, people didn't like it at the time, but I think he was right. He said when Mourinho was managing, he said players play shit every week and they still start regardless. So what's that doing for players that they come off the bench and they perform well and they know that they're not
yeah.
going to start next week because people's names are already written in pen on
Right.
a team sheet. Son absolutely has to be dropped. And then his other comment he said Puskas awards because he does run past players often low. I'm talking in 1v1 situations. How many times have you seen someone beat his man in 1v1 situations?
No, I would disagree with that. That's one thing I will say.
George, he's not that type of winger, bro.
No,
He's
he's
not.
not. He's not a 1v1 specialist like Saint Max, like Zaha, and those types of players. But in a 1v1, if you get him running, he's never gonna be like if you catch him tight. If a defender's tight to him, he's never gonna be the man to turn that defender and do a madness, like just start skilling him up. But if you give him some space and give him some time to run at a defender, he does beat his man quite often. He just needs a run up into the player. It's because he thrives off of space. He's one of those types of players. You bounce him into 1-2 and he's gonna leave you.
Yeah, I do hear that still. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I mean, do you think he'll come? He'll come good. What do you think Conte will do? I
Yeah,
feel like
he'll find his
again,
rhythm. Of course he will. Of
yeah,
course he'll find
and
his rhythm.
there's a lot of fixtures, bro. Let's be real. A lot of players will get their time. You got Basuma to come in. It's a nice feeling. We've got Basuma to come in, Richarlison to come in. Spence doesn't even get into the squad. It's a mad thing, but there's going to come a point where we've got 3 games a week. We're going to have to rotate, and that's when I think the competition will really arise. If you play well, let's say Carabao Cup, FA Cup, you'll get a Prem start. Or Champions League, you'll get a Prem start. Like we haven't had this in a very very long time, bro. If ever, like this healthy competition, but it'll be interesting to see, definitely. Yeah. What I do want to talk about very briefly before we get on to the preview, Forest preview. I want to talk about the United game just briefly. I'm not gonna lie to you. What do we make of it? Well, who do we see as our main competitors? I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked at United yesterday and I didn't think anything promising from it, but I thought, raw, you can finally slap in a CDM. You can finally slap in a competent winger. Like these men might be down and out now, but I can't. They're looking promising, bro. With a few more additions and a manager that has a style of football and identity. What do you guys make of it? Feel like I'm waffling or?
You might be a little bit, bro. You might be a little bit.
You're not hearing that
let's be
one,
real,
Vince.
yeah. No, do you know what it is? You're right, as in that they're bringing in some good players. Like Casemiro, he's world class, but on the ball, very shaky. Like he will get exposed at times in the Premier League. It's not playing next to Kroos or Modric no more. Like he's still a world class player, but he's not going to be the same. What's he saying?
Yeah, he's saying.
Fair enough. I didn't know that. So there's a fact for you. But Casemiro's still a very good signing. Anthony, he's a good player, but I don't think he's going to set the league alight straight away. I think he's a player that hasn't scored 10 goals in the Eredivisie, and I mean, Bergwijn was thriving over there, so there's definitely some questions to ask about that. And Cody Gakpo, he's another prolific goal scorer for them, but they brought Stevie Bergwijn in to potentially take his spot, so or battle out for his spot. No, he's at PSV. They brought Bergwijn in for Anthony and to build up their play, so I don't really think that these players are going to be game changer for them or put them into our category. We're still going to be worried about Liverpool. Liverpool after 3 games, let's not get too carried away. They're going to pick up form, and once their best players are back, it's going to be a big problem. Chelsea, they're still going out there doing more business, spending 150, 200 million more. They're looking at £300 million spent this summer. So I think we definitely need to worry about Liverpool and Chelsea. And the Gooners, I ain't worried about that dead team, man. Honestly,
You're not, bro.
I'm not worried about them. Like, they play good football, but just like when we had the young Poch team, it was all champagne football, but we didn't get the business done at the end. And that's what I think is going to happen with Arsenal. They still ain't going to get the business done. And in the big games, like we have seen, they drop points, and they're the games that get you top four. That is what I say.
No, definitely, they are looking good. I mean, do you feel like it's a mentality thing mainly with them, or so much? 100%. I think they got they got the squad to get into the top four. I think I wouldn't say the manager.
First 11 looks nice. I wouldn't say squad even.
Yeah. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Yeah, first 11.
If they bring in a player like Pedro Neto, that's brazy. That's some big business, and I ain't happy about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I just realised the title of this is Spurs to challenge for the league. I'm hoping that's clickbait.
Listen, it's months. I'm not entertaining that at all, bro.
Them ones, he's setting our hopes higher so that he can knock us when we don't hit that.
Exactly that, bro.
I mean, I know none of us, man, think that. I still feel like we're competing for top four this season. That's the goal. Hopefully to finish third. You always want to improve on the previous season, but I feel like with regards to the other teams, it's too early to be making conclusions. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say Liverpool are going to have a rubbish season. Same for United. I'm not going to say Arsenal are going to win the league. We're 3 games in. Certain teams are playing well. Other teams are underperforming.
Yeah.
Bro, the start of last season, we won our first 3 games. We beat City under Nuno.
Mm-hmm. The Prem will always level out, bro. Let's be real. But yeah, no, I definitely agree. Okay, cool. I just want to move on to Endo's comment. Endo, I wouldn't agree with this too much. Salah's a world beater with a ball at his feet. Kind of different. I hear the concept. Like, they're both, inside forwards.
Son's better than Salah, but,
Ooh, George.
Oh, that's a bold claim right there.
George,
I'm willing to die on that hill, honestly.
Can I ask why? Can I ask a bit of context behind that?
I just think there's so many reasons about his overall play that makes him a better player than Salah. I think Salah, you're going to see this season as he gets exposed over time. He's not a very good one-on-one player. He has a lot of pace, and once he starts to slow down, he's got nothing about his game. Technically horrible. Finishing.
Have you seen some of the assists from Salah last season?
Wait. Are you saying his finishing is not all that?
His finishing's not all that at all. If you watch Salah play, he has some booky finishing. Sometimes he gets in some of the easiest opportunities and he slaps it wide. His weak foot is...
He's not the most clinical, I'd say that.
He cannot use his right foot at all. He's not clinical. Not as clinical as Son.
Son's more clinical. Son's more clinical, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Liverpool just create more chances for Salah, but...
That's what I think it is.
Yeah, I can't say his finishing is meaty, though. No way.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think the ball at his feet, so I'm definitely taking Salah, bro. Some of the assists last season, I don't know, George, I can't back you on that one, bro.
Obviously, we're not trying to get into this debate. I know the timeline allowed to have the conversation, but Hazard is better than Salah for me, 100%. Prime Hazard is better than Salah. I'll die on that hill.
Thank you.
What season is that?
16, 17, 15.
Conte Hazard.
Bro, there's a good 6-7 years at Hazard.
I'm hearing that one still. Yeah, okay, I agree with that one. Sensational. Spurs will struggle against teams that play with a low block. We need a Cam learn how to combat teams that sit low. Conte needs to learn how to adapt his tactics accordingly. I agree. Do you feel like we'll see times where to create chances we'll play with a 10? When I said 10, I mean Kulusevski dropping in, or Richarlison and Son going further up. How do you feel like against a low block team will adapt it?
I don't know. I feel like I was under the impression that Conte is quite a stubborn manager, but if I'm not mistaken, against Chelsea, he switched to a back 4 at one point. And that's and that surprised me because I didn't think Conte. I felt like he was too stubborn to want to, change from the 5 at the back. So hopefully we can see more of that, him switching it tactically when things are not working. I do feel like we need another number 10. I mean, Kulusevski can play that role if you want to change formation, but signing an attacking midfielder or even another winger to allow him and Kulusevski to swap would be a welcome addition. But I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what Conte decides to do.
He will. He 100% will. And if there was literally a video that come out today on the Spurs channel, YouTube channel, I see it was like a 10 minutes tactical masterclass from Antonio Conte. There was a little interview with Owen Hargreaves where they were just talking just purely tactics, Tottenham tactics, and how he likes to set up for his games and so on. And he literally even said, he was like, against teams that like to play low blocks, we're currently working on new solutions on how to break them down, as we know this is an area that we need to improve on. And I mean, he's literally looking at adapting the way that we can play, but he needs more players. And I hear everyone on the number 10 business, but Conte is never going to play a number 10. We're literally looking at wide forwards and wide wingers, or we'd look at a playmaker that can play as a 8 and a winger, or someone that can versatile, because I think we're so comfy in playing Son, Kane and Kulu, or Richie, Kane and Kulu. You can't really change the system to a 3-man midfielder unless it's just mid-game. And you're going to struggle to bring in a top midfielder that wants to just come on off the bench and be a cam option. So I don't think a number 10 is the answer, but we do need another attacking player, like you say, to just give more options to us.
I agree. Definitely, I agree. Just with that being said, against the low block teams, George, that's a very good answer, by the way. What do you think he'll go with then? How do you think he'll change it? How do you think he'll adapt it? Let's say against let's say Burnley was still in the Prem. Someone so stubborn like that.
I think he's going to do what he done against Chelsea and take up, maybe switch to the back four and bring on Richarlison or bring on another forward player so we can really just attack that team. Because once they're sitting in a low block, it doesn't really matter if we commit 4 men forward and we still got that solid 2 of Højbjerg and Bentancur in front of the defence. We're still going to have 6 men or maybe 4 men, at the back at all times. So I think that's what he's going to look to do. And I don't have a problem doing that, especially against a low block team.
Yeah, no, I hear that stuff. Yeah, I fully agree. Okay. All right, cool. We'll just move on with the comments just quickly. You guys been interacting quite well. Big up everyone in here. 15 people. Please do smash the likes as well. We're going to be wrapping this up in around 50 minutes or so. George is smoking. Purple Patch. Son turns up for 13 games a season. I can't lie, he's a Purple Patch player, but you're stretching it, Endo. I think Endo's a Liverpool fan, innit? So I think you offended him with the Salah comment. You hit a nerve. Definitely agree with you, Jordan. Son stat padded towards the end of the last season. He scored like 12 goals. Then he goes missing.
I hate that term, you know. I probably hate that term.
What was a stat padded? Yeah.
Man scored goals. He scored goals, innit?
Yeah, I hear it.
That's lies, because he had the most GA in the whole of 2022. So it wasn't 8 games. It was from January till May.
Yeah, and that's with no pens. If he was really going to stat pad, he would be using pens, right?
Yeah, no pens.
Yeah, Spurs still can't be the low blockers creators at 0-1 team in mid. As a Liverpool fan, I agree Hazard is better than Salah. Big up Endo. What do you think about Jude Bellingham to Liverpool? Yeah, we don't really condone that Liverpool stuff right here. Capo said Conte and Tuchel are quite similar, to be fair. 3 at the back is such a coward tactic. Fair play, at least Conte has tried a back 4, but Tuchel has never changed his formation. He's far too shook to do
That's
so.
That's a lie. Tuchel played a back 4 quite often last season in quite a few games.
Yeah, he did. He switched up quite a bit. Even he switched
against us as well. Against us,
he lost his cheek. Yeah, to try isolate Sessegnon, which worked. He's not too stubborn.
I disagree that it's a coward's tactic as well.
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, cool. We're going to finally round up with the preview for the Nottingham Forest game. We've got Norwich Forest. I think it's away, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it away? Yeah, cool. They're in decent form. They've made some massive signings. Do you guys think that it's anything to be scared of at all, to fear? Or do you reckon it'll be quite a straightforward win?
I feel like it's always, you should always have your guard up when you're playing newly promoted teams. Don't really always know what to expect. I don't think we should go in there thinking that there was a championship team. We should easily pick up the 3 points. To be honest, I don't really know what to expect. I can't say I watched a lot of Forest last season, but I'm not naive to think that we'll go there and just steamroll them.
Yeah, definitely. We'll wash them up, definitely. I think they do pose a threat. I think defensively they're decent as well. Going forward, they've got a few bright sparks, but I feel like my main thing with Tottenham is if they whether they come out to play or they sit back or so much. If they come out to play, it benefits us, I think. If they sit back, I wouldn't say sit back. If they're a bit more stubborn and resilient at the back, then I feel like we'll have a few problems. I can see it. I don't know. I can see it being a draw even, but we'll see. I guess. And yourself, George? No, man, I do. I'll be honest.
I think not on Forest. Like, that's a team where we're gonna have some fun. Like, they do like to attack, and on the attack they can be a problem at times. But if we're playing a back 5, I think when we play against teams like Chelsea and City, we hold it down pretty good. I don't think Nottingham Forest are going to be able to cut us open. They've got about 15, 16 new players, so they haven't really identified their style of play yet. They've just got loads of good players all bunched together, trying to work out how to work this in, because they're literally bringing in new players every week. It's crazy. So I don't think they're a team to worry about. And we have a very good record against newly promoted sides, I'm pretty sure. So I think we can only continue that. And I expect a big goal, like whooping, like a good 3-4-0 as well, like H said earlier. And I'd like to see Richie get on the score sheet too. It's a game against newly promoted opposition, lower quality team. Let's go out there and show us what you can do. You're a new signing. If you get the start, show us what you can do and get a bag of gold. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I can't stand the thought of Lingard dancing on us though.
Bro,
I forgot about that game.
Yeah, I literally forgot. Who's their striker again? Even
they've got Neil Maupay, Brennan Johnson, and
Maupay's signed now, has he?
Dennis as well.
I forgot they even signed him.
Oh, Maupay. Wow. I don't know if I thought he was confirmed last time I checked, but if not, I know they got Dennis and Brennan Johnson.
Okay.
Right, that stinks. I can't lie. Do you think Romero will be back as well?
Ooh.
Nah, I don't think so. What they said, like 4 or 5 weeks, no?
Yeah, but then
they said 3. It's bare different news coming out. The Argentinian press was saying 3 weeks, but I think they're trying to get him back for is there some friendlies coming up, international friendlies? So
I hate this. We need to block him from playing friendlies when he's just come back from injury.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. I don't think he's played like a solid 5-6 games for us, has he? It's silly, bro.
No.
I literally can't think of it, bro. It's crazy.
It is bad. It is. I can't lie.
And they said it smells of a Spursy. I think Liverpool signed them and feel good luck for coming over. Yeah. Mr. Ethan, I know you're on to Liverpool this season. Just let me know if Forest beat you. I'm coming for your neck. I don't agree with you, Endo, bro. I'll be real. You got what? Bournemouth to worry about.
They need to worry about getting 3 points on the board.
Big man's thing. Worry about your own team, bro.
You know them way there,
bro. Literally, man, I'm fighting for top 4, same as us.
Pick up a win this season, man. Pick up a win.
Did you see that midfield? No, did you see that midfield trio? That's worse than Højbjerg, Winks, and Ndombele when we were playing them, man. They had Harvey Elliott and then Milner and Henderson. Oh my god, that's a retirement.
You see their bench as well. Their bench are just pure Football Manager regions. Random youth. Random youth.
If that team started for us, I'll be fuming. I'm just deep in it. Milner, Henderson, bro, that is stale as that's not it. Not at all. But just quickly, you said 3-1, did you say, George?
I said 3-4-0. I don't expect to concede. We shouldn't be conceding in a game like this.
Yeah, no, I agree. But then you got Davinson Sanchez and Dyer. You never know. But
3-0,
yeah? Cool, perfect. I'd like to see Perisic start as well and Basuma. And if you're hoping Richarlison would start as well.
I want to see him start, man. I think if there's any game to help a player build confidence, it's a newly promoted side. Let's take the advantage of it while we're going now.
Yeah, the Sun, definitely. I'd give that a go. And yourself, Callum?
I'm going to be optimistic still. I'm going to say 3-1 or something. I do expect us to concede. I feel like we'll underestimate them slightly. But I want to see goals. I want to see us have a midfield for the first time this season. I want to see Basuma start. Even though I doubt that will happen, but Richarlison for sure deserves a start.
Yeah, no, I agree, definitely. Okay, cool. Guys, I'm going to wrap that up. It's been another episode of Big Sixpence and Spurs Show. Callum, where can we find you, bro?
Just Twitter's down there. And yeah, that's about it. You catch me on this show, obviously. Yeah, appreciate you having me, bro.
Nice one, man. We'll be back next week as well. Thanks for jumping on. And yourself, George?
Yeah, thank you for having me again, bro. I know it's been a while, but we definitely run this up again. And you can just catch me again on my Twitter, _4George. I got a Tottenham show tomorrow as well at 6 p.m. on Never a Foul. And you might catch me on the terrace as well every week. So, yeah.
Nice one, definitely. Everyone make sure to tune in. Big up everyone in here. Got 19 people as well. It has been a short one due to our roundup. Drag it on. I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. But everyone, please do smash a like. We'll be back next week, Tuesday, same time. But that's it.